In the garden of life, self-love is like a seed. When it grows, it lights up every part of us with the beautiful truth of who we really are. Have you ever thought about how to build a strong self-love that can endure tough times? In this video, we'll talk about 7 valuable treasures that can make us powerful. They help us accept things we can't change and find joy in being grateful every day. Each idea we talk about is like a key that opens doors to a love for yourself that nothing can shake. Are you ready to break free from judging yourself? Let these ideas be your guide. The first thing I want to share is to understand yourself better. Why is this so important? It's a big part of Stoic philosophy, a way of thinking. It asks us to really look into our own lives. It's not just thinking about ourselves. It's like a journey to truly and honestly understand who we are inside. On this journey, we explore our feelings and thoughts in a deep way. At the core of our values, the peaks of our strengths, and the shadows of our weaknesses lie the truth of who we are. With patience and determination, we confront this truth without illusions that can distort how we see ourselves or self-deception that clouds our vision. We embrace every part of our existence with acceptance and serenity. So, how can you start developing self-knowledge? First, through deep reflection. Take a moment now to think about a past action. Why did you act that way? What motivated that decision? Reflection helps us understand our actions and brings us closer to truly knowing ourselves. Then there's objective observation. Have you ever noticed how emotions can cloud your judgment? Observe those emotions without judging them. Recognize the thought patterns that trigger them and understand how they affect your daily actions. This simple practice opens doors to deep self-understanding. Acceptance is crucial. Embrace every virtue and imperfection you have. Perfection is just an illusion. By accepting our imperfections and virtues, we free ourselves from the burden of self-judgment. This is mindfulness in action, a path to forming a deep connection with oneself. Finally, be open to external feedback. Sometimes, others see us in ways we can't see ourselves. Have you ever thought about asking someone you trust for their opinion about you? Constructive feedback can be a valuable mirror that reflects aspects of ourselves we haven't seen before. Here's another piece of advice. Focus on what you can control. In our life journey, we face challenges and situations that seem beyond our control, like the unpredictable waves of the sea. In those moments, the Stoic teaching of accepting what you can't control becomes a compass guiding us towards serenity amid the storm. Speaking from the heart, as someone who has navigated life's turbulent waters and found refuge in this timeless principle, understanding that there are aspects of life beyond our direct control is like shedding the weight of worries we carry on our shoulders. Picture, just for a moment, freeing yourself from the chains of distress, letting go of worries that keep you up at night. By applying this principle, we develop the ability to release unfounded expectations and embrace reality as it is. It's not about surrender. It's a conscious liberation, an act of courage that allows us to find peace even in uncertain times. Stoic wisdom teaches us to find peace amid uncertainty, embracing acceptance of what we can't control with courage and determination. First and foremost, recognize the difference. Learn to discern between spheres of influence. Direct your energy toward what is under your direct control, your thoughts, actions, and emotions. In this space of authenticity, we discover the true essence of our humanity. Cultivate serenity, that mental state allowing us to accept circumstances as they are. Life is full of unexpected twists, but in acceptance, we find a calmness that enables us to face challenges with resilience. Instead of resisting the flow of life, we merge with it, finding strength in acceptance and resilience in peace. It's time to let go of the need for control, Release the desire to dominate every aspect of your life. By letting go of that desire, you'll discover a profound liberation. Stress fades, anxiety dissipates, and you find yourself enveloped by an inner peace that can only come from full acceptance. Discover meaning in adversity. In every challenge and tribulation, lessons await you. Adversity is not an enemy. It's a teacher revealing resilience and inner power. Focus your energy on your response. Here lies your true freedom. While external circumstances are beyond our control, our attitudes and responses are invulnerable. In each conscious lesson, find the power to transform situations with the strength of your mind and heart. Practice gratitude as a sacred art. Be thankful for every small detail of your existence. Gratitude transforms perception, allowing abundance to be seen in every corner of life, and helping us accept limitations with a smile in our hearts. Develop tolerance. Embrace differences like flowers in a diverse garden. Tolerance frees us from the burden of judgment, letting us see humanity in every being. By accepting others' opinions and behaviors, we find mental peace and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Here's the third piece of advice: practice gratitude. In Stoic philosophy, this tool shines as a source of inner peace and satisfaction. Let me share this ancient wisdom, not as a teacher, but as a fellow traveler who has found serenity in the daily practice of gratitude. Dear friend, gratitude is more than a list of kind words. It's a conscious act of recognizing and appreciating the blessings already present in our lives. In a world that often pushes us to desire more, the Stoics teach us to find richness in what is already here. Imagine waking up each day with a heart full of gratitude for the small wonders around us, the gentle touch of the wind, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of loved ones. This practice, far from being a chore, becomes a daily celebration of life as it is. Let's start our journey with the first gem: daily reflection. At the end of each day, pause for a moment and find beauty in everyday details: a shared smile, the aroma of morning coffee, a warm embrace from a loved one. These small treasures deserve our recognition. In each detail, we find reasons to be thankful. Remember, my dear friend, focus on what you have instead of dwelling on what you lack. Direct your gaze to the blessings already surrounding you: your health, relationships, unique abilities. These are invaluable gifts deserving celebration. Gratitude blooms when we value the richness of what we already possess. A sacred habit I propose is to keep a gratitude journal. In its pages, write down the blessings you find in your day-to-day life, even in dark moments. This journal will be your guiding light, reminding you of the brightness that has shone in your life. It's a personal testimony of gratitude, a love letter to life itself. Now let me talk to you about visualization. Close your eyes and imagine for a moment losing what you love. Visualize your loved ones, your home, and your unique gifts fading away. Then open your eyes again and find gratitude for each of those treasures. This practice deepens our appreciation and teaches us to value what we have before it becomes a memory. Here's the fourth piece of advice: learn to manage pain. Dear companions, in the foundations of Stoicism, we find an unchanging truth. Pain in all its forms is an unavoidable part of the human journey. However, what we can shape at will is our response to that pain. Let me guide you on this path of inner strength. The Stoics, with their ancient wisdom, teach us that learning to manage pain is an art that starts with acceptance. Accepting that pain is an inevitable companion on our journey frees us from the additional torment that comes from resistance. Acknowledge its presence without fighting it. In acceptance, we discover a deep freedom. By understanding that pain is a natural part of our existence, we free our minds from additional suffering that arises from resistance and denial. Acceptance allows us to find peace even in the fiercest storm. Always remember to differentiate between what you can and cannot control. Focus your energies on what is within your control, your attitude and emotional response to pain. Illnesses and unexpected injuries might be beyond our control, but how we face them is in our hands. In this difference lies a powerful source of strength. Change your perspective, my friend. Instead of seeing pain as a curse, view it as an opportunity to grow and learn. Each painful experience teaches us valuable lessons about resilience, patience, and our own inner strength. In pain, we find the chance to forge our soul, practicing ataraxia, that mental tranquility allowing us to face adversities with calm and composure. Cultivate that inner calm, even amidst pain. In calmness, we find the clarity to face even the most overwhelming challenges. Visualize, my friend, painful scenarios and practice your Stoic response. By imagining pain beforehand, we prepare ourselves to face it with dignity and serenity when it materializes. Visualization grants us the strength needed to stand firm against adversity. Find meaning in pain. Ask yourself what lessons you can extract from this experience and how you can grow as a person as a result of the pain. In meaning, we find a purpose even in the most heartbreaking experiences. Pain is not an enemy. It's a teacher that teaches us resilience and shows us our own inner power. Here's the fifth piece of advice. Live in the present. Imagine this. You're in a peaceful park. The sun caresses your skin, and the scent of flowers fills the air. In that moment, you realize that this instant, this exact moment, is all you truly have. The past fades into memory, and the future is merely a whisper in the wind. It's here and now, where we find life's true richness. Let's practice together this ancient philosophy in our daily lives. Consider instances when you're sharing a meal with loved ones. Do you relish every bite with gratitude and full awareness? Or is your mind caught up in worries from the past or the future? The practice of living in the present invites us to savor every taste, to listen to every laughter, to feel every embrace with mindful and grateful attention. Now, imagine a workday. How would it be if you focused on the current task instead of being overwhelmed by an endless to-do list? Fulfillment is found in total immersion in the present task. When you engage in your work with full attention, you discover a peace born from complete dedication to what you do. Cultivating mindfulness is like sharpening our senses to capture the essence of the present moment. Have you ever felt the soft texture of a flower between your fingers or heard the wind whispering through the leaves? By focusing on these sensory experiences, you immerse yourself deeply in the present, discovering a peace and meaning that often go unnoticed. Accepting the present moment is freeing oneself from the burden of resistance. Imagine facing a challenging situation with acceptance instead of struggle. In doing so, we acknowledge that even in the harshest challenges, there are hidden treasures of wisdom and growth. Here's the sixth piece of advice. Practice empathy. In the vast landscape of Stoic philosophy, empathy stands as a precious jewel, a virtue that deeply connects us to the humanity we share. Imagine walking in someone else's shoes for a moment, feeling their joy as a ray of sunlight on your skin, their pain as a heavy burden in your heart, and their hope as a flickering flame in the night's darkness. This is the essence of empathy in the Stoic context. Imagine encountering someone amidst an emotional storm. Empathy invites you to be like a lighthouse in the dark, offering your presence and understanding without judgment. You may offer words of comfort, but oftentimes shared silence speaks louder, showing that you're present, feeling alongside them. Consider the seemingly simple act of helping a stranger in need. By practicing empathy, you acknowledge their humanity as much as your own. Mutual understanding gives us the opportunity to extend our hand and be an anchor in others' life storms. Let me guide you on how to apply empathy in your daily journey, not as a distant teaching but as a friend who understands the richness of these practices. Practice active listening. Imagine encountering someone whose words sometimes fall short in expressing their emotions. Empathy urges us to go beyond words. By practicing active listening, we not only hear but feel the emotions behind each syllable. It's like reading between the lines of another person's heart. Practice gratitude towards others. Think of those who have been beacons of light on your path, those who have shared their time and energy with you. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for their contributions, for the small actions that often go unnoticed. As Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, to love what you do." Offer selfless help. Sometimes a helping hand can change someone's day. Being attentive to others' needs and offering help without expecting anything in return is an act of empathy and generosity. In Seneca's words, "It's not that we have little time, but that we lose a lot." Seventh advice, take care of yourself. In the vast tapestry of Stoic philosophy, we find a golden thread interwoven with wisdom and compassion, the care of oneself. Imagine standing on the threshold of your own being, where a path of self-discovery unfolds before you. This path invites us to cultivate health, emotional balance, and inner peace. This conscious act is not selfish, as some might think, but a sacred commitment to oneself. In our busy existence, we often dedicate our energies to others, neglecting our own needs. However, in Stoic teachings, we understand that by taking care of ourselves, we become beacons of light for others. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Caring for yourself means more than attending to the physical demands of your body. It also involves nurturing your mind and soul, allowing yourself to flourish in all your splendor. In Seneca's words, "It's not that we have little time, but that we lose a lot." In conclusion, self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity, a fundamental pillar upon which a fulfilling life is built. By nurturing ourselves, we radiate strength, compassion, and wisdom, positively impacting those around us. Let us remember that as we take care of ourselves, we become better equipped to care for others. In the symphony of life, may the harmony of self-care resonate within us, guiding our actions and nurturing our souls. Let us tread this path of self-discovery with courage and kindness, knowing that in honoring ourselves, we illuminate the way for others. For, as the Stoics taught, to care for oneself is to embrace the profound essence of humanity.